What's going on, everyone? It's yours truly, Mikeyy Beezoo, and as you can see in the title, everything that you need to know before this week officially begins. The week of Madden. This is about to get crazy. Hope you guys like this video because I know I'm gonna like it at the least. It is all about me, right? That's why I wasn't a comedian. Gotta give it up to the world champion, my world champion, Los Angeles Lakers. It isn't quite official yet since deadline isn't until 12 o'clock noon. We traded away Danny Green, traded away our 20th overall selection in this year's draft for Dennis Schroeder. Danny Green death threats I thought were very inappropriate, were disgusting, distasteful, and trash, but he wasn't the first, and he probably won't be the last Laker to, unfortunately, have to deal with those circumstances. So there is that. But he's not even gonna actually play for the OKC Thunder. What will OKC do with him, and who will they get back in return? It's interesting all over, guys. You can't get enough of basketball, quite honestly. You can't get enough. Someone else is gonna get traded tomorrow. Do I think that we're gonna acquire Rosen? I don't think the Spurs are gonna trade us anybody. I don't think they would even trade their film guy or their janitor, honestly. They may feel like we're trying to figure, oh, these spots are the best place to hit a game winner because they're not a wet spot on the floor if we ever play them again. I mean, if we play them again in a meaningful game. You gotta take a jab at the Spurs whenever you can, man. Sorry, that's just how we go. It's one of our many rivals. 17-time chance, plenty of haters. Number 2, who is going first overall? If I had to put money on it, I would say Anthony Edwards is gonna go first overall. Could be LaMelo. I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota say, hey, we're gonna trade this pick to drum roll. I don't know. They may trade it away to somebody else who's looking to acquire one of those young men. I don't think LaMelo goes there. I don't like the fit with Elo. He's already an established guard. Why try to develop another young guy? Although LaMelo has a much higher ceiling than D'Angelo. If he can get his shooting to where D'Angelo is on a consistent basis, and he goes along with LeVar's theory, better draft they're leading you on to. I don't know if there's any agent agendas going on, but behind the scenes, you know, sliding guys money in the paper that are, you know, part of the media or even these draft analysts, you know, pundits, professionals, whatever you want to call them. This is a decent draft. Don't get fooled. I don't think this is a weak draft. Like, I've seen weaker drafts. This isn't 2000. We're not even gonna get into that. Anyways, I think this draft is for sure better than 2000. These are getting better. They're not getting worse. You will have some years where, you know, a senior might go top 10, yada yada yada. You might get like a Buddy Hield type. But I like the ceiling of these players. I like these prospects. International kids, US kids playing international, kids born in the US playing international playing US. Like, I like overall the landscape. I mean, for instance, you look at a guy like Cassius Stanley, probably the most, I don't even know the word to really put on the guy. The guy just broke Zion's vertical record at Duke. I mean, this dude's bouncy and he's probably not gonna go first round. He may become one of those sleeper players that eventually has a good career. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the next Gary Trent Jr. I don't remember Gary Trent. He's coming out of high school, went to Duke. Great freshman class, Trayvon Duval, Marvin Bagley himself, of course. And he won the second round of the draft, and he's carved out a role. You saw how high he was in the bubble. I mean, hey, I can see that turning into Cassius, man. So we'll see how things turn out with that. Number 3, what will happen with the Houston Rockets? Listen, I don't take any joy in saying this. A close in-law homie, my guy Steve, he knows what it is. My guy Gentle Sean, you know what it is. I know a bunch of Houston Rockets fans, man. Y'all both quote unquote, y'all saw them win some chips. I ain't gonna, you know, I ain't gonna really salt y'all. You know, y'all both saw them win chips. But I didn't see 6 chips in my lifetime, man. I saw Mike 6 chips, but I saw not 6 chips. So let's get serious. This is the rumblings of James Harden potentially going to the Nets. I don't think it's a good fit. Anything, I think they would implode more than they would if they didn't send James Harden. I like the roster that they currently have, but it may help to add James Harden on the flip side because Kevin Durant's coming back from Achilles injury, but according to multiple NBA players amongst that community, they're saying he's looking better than he was. According to Isaiah Thomas specifically, John Wall saying he's looking right. Gilbert Arenas is saying he's looking right. These are vets of vets, all-time players, all-stars. I mean, I would take their word and vouch for it. I don't think Kyrie would have went there if he didn't have any faith that KD would have came back as either 80 to 90% of himself or perhaps even 110. So apparently some of these guys are saying he's listen, 100% KD with 100% Kyrie. Especially then when he backing up Karis LeVert, that's their third guy in that rotation. You know, DeAndre. I can see that trade happening. I think Russ is gone either way it is. I don't think he's coming back. Me personally, I think Houston just should rebuild. All OKC did, getting all those assets. Let's say if they wanted to trade Harden a year later, what if Harden gets hurt? You know, I hate to hear it, I hate to see it, envision. I hate injuries. Never want to trade a guy a year later when the iron is hot. I mean, he just dropped 30, 33, 34 again. Like, just cut bait, cut your losses, get what you can, try to get the house, get Spencer back. If you can get Karis as well, get him, get Allen, you know, get some picks. Do whatever it's gonna take. Do whatever it is. The hard part is Steve Nash is gonna have the hardest job in America. Finishing off with the last one, number 4. What's gonna happen in Philly? Now, I know this isn't the sexiest. I know this isn't the most provocative. I don't go on my gut instinct before 12 o'clock because in hindsight, it's kind of good that we're getting everything so condensed. Not for the players, for actually practicing and the physical aspect of it, but just seeing who's gonna get traded, because dudes are gonna have to get traded, man. Camp starts the 1st, so they have basically about 2 weeks. I don't think neither one of them guys gonna get traded. I think if anything they're gonna trade Horford. They've already made their mistakes in choosing Tobias over Jimmy, or letting JJ go. I think they're gonna keep both of their guys. I think that's gonna be the boldest of statements that I will say. So hopefully you guys like this video. This week's gonna get crazy. First trade that happens, I'm gonna break on it like a DB trying to pick an interception to the house. We'll see how it goes, y'all. It's gonna be a crazy week. I just don't see Harden being traded, but it will make the most sense for the organization to restart because you bring in a new coach. You want to take with the system, yeah, but do we really think Houston's gonna be able to beat the Lakers? We just saw them wreck them. I mean, yeah, you can bring in a new player, new coach to kind of see a different angle, but at the end of the day, putting PJ Tucker on Anthony Davis does not work well wonders for anybody. Putting him on LeBron James does not work well wonders for him. And then let's say he has to guard Schroeder now. We're going back to back. So you heard it here first. Beezoo out of here. Hopefully you like this video. Smash the like button. Subscribe. First giveaway's coming. That's it. That was it.